Hello and welcome back to my channel Torque Point. In today's video I want to talk to you about one very little and very cheap engine component that can cause huge problems. Mainly on today's video we are focused on oil consumption. Yes, we all know that oil consumption may be caused by piston rings, valve seals and all that other stuff which we tend to talk about as, well, modern engines aren't what they used to be. But what it really is, what's actually happening, well, let me explain. You see, often most very overlooked engine component is the PCV valve, or as the acronym says, positive crankcase ventilation valve. It's quite simple device, to be honest. It consists of only few parts, mainly a membrane and a spring, and the idea is that the crankcase inside the engine is always ventilated. And the engine normally runs under a little bit of vacuum, so that the atmospheric air pressure is always slightly greater than the pressure inside the engine. This really helps to reduce oil leaks and all other problems, and well, it's a engine design, how do I say this? Engines are designed this way in short conclusion. So why is that? Well, doesn't matter the architecture of the engine or its specific parameters or power or even the fuel it uses to work, there is always gonna be some blow-by. And by blow-by I mean that the combustion pressure will always leak into the crankcase. It usually is a really small amount, but still it needs to be properly handled. And for that system we have the PCV valve, or crank ventilation valve, whichever variant you prefer to use. But as any system, that system can also fail, and once it does so, your engine will start doing mystical things. And believe me, over my almost 20 years of wrenching experience, I have seen quite a lot of these valves fail. And sadly, I can't say that all of the mechanics are diagnosing the issues properly. Usually when the valve goes out, your engine will start consuming oil, and in extreme cases you can even see it as a cloud of smoke coming out of your exhaust pipe. Smoky exhaust and of course turbocharged engine, well, which we almost always have nowadays, will draw to a logical conclusion that the turbocharger has failed. Well, it can be so, but in most cases it hasn't. And that's the thing nobody really wants to tell you. I don't know why they don't want to tell you. Partly maybe because they don't know about the issue, or they have some other, maybe not so clear considerations toward you. But in any case, if that valve fails and the pressure inside the engine grows over its specified values, the excess, well, let's put it in quotes, the excess air inside the engine will have to go somewhere, and it will find the weakest point for escape. Usually it's the turbocharger that lets go of these extra gases, and you will see a smoky exhaust, which can of course cause problems to your diesel particulate filter or your petrol engine catalytic converter, etc. And of course, if your engine is equipped with an EGR system, some of that will come back to the engine through the EGR and cause even further problems. And the part that was causing all the trouble may have a price tag of 2 figures only, and in most cases the replacement isn't so difficult after all. So yeah, this is just one look at the oil consumption. I'm not gonna bother you with piston rings and all that stuff, because everybody has talked millions and millions of times about piston rings, and yes, while it is true that many modern engines don't have the lifespan which the older engines had, things aren't always so black and white. This is my first video of my new mini-series where I will be explaining different engine parts and their actual performance and how they affect your engine. I hope you find this video educating and fun, and I hope you will leave me a comment and a like and a subscribe and all those fancy things, and we will see you really soon. Thanks and bye bye.